In a world where mainstays like Forza, Need for Speed, Gran Turismo, and other established franchises dominate the market, it's difficult for us older fans to grow attached to the sportification of the racing genre. We all grew up with games like Need for Speed Underground, Midnight Club 3, hell, even MotorStorm, among many other well-known titles of their time. So it's naturally difficult for us to get attached to a game that's done very little to change. Forza Horizon has been largely the same game since the third installment, just with a different location. Gran Turismo, for what it's worth, hasn't really changed at all, and with Need for Speed seemingly in the grave for good, we've now lost the last AAA racing game which at least made good faith attempts to distinguish each release from each other. With gaming as a hobby changing, the move from physical discs to digital licenses, and publishers taking an even harder approach to the term for profit, many franchises which were once kings of their genre now release games that feel more like a second job to play, rather than something genuinely enticing. Many longtime players such as myself have sought to return to the classics, investing in older hardware, building out their collections, and reliving a better time. Sea Lime aims to recapture that classic vibe with this new racing game. As the opening cinematic plays, I want you to tell me what you see, because I see Bayview. I see everything that made Need for Speed Underground as a series so beloved. The atmosphere, the cars, the handling, the music, the customization. This is everything early 2000s racing games hit the nail on the head with. Now do keep in mind, this game is in a demo state with no release date announced as of yet. Things you see in this video can and more than likely will be subject to change. So with the formalities out of the way, let's break Heatwarped down bit by bit and show you why this game is everything that AAA racing games of today aren't. Heatwarped's demo immediately thrusts you into a vast, brightly lit city which is very reminiscent of Olympic City and Bayview. With no plot or story to navigate, it puts you in this vast sandbox with a quick, well-handling starter car to get your feet wet. Everything you do in this game is accessed via your mobile phone. Messages, the map, photo mode, your gallery, there's even a fictional forum page with the other drivers all discussing the happenings around the city. Handling will feel right at home if you've played the Underground titles, as well as pretty much any PS2 arcade racer released between 2001 to 2005. Heatwarped also incorporates a lot of the visual effects from racers of that time, such as the Underground-style motion blur, as well as the wind lines around the car and taillight flares when you set off nitrous. Sound design screams early 2000s as well. Every car in this game is giving muffler delete and it fits the vibe perfectly. I briefly touched on controls when I mentioned the handling, but Heatwarped allows full controller support and customization. So naturally, the first thing I did was change brake and accelerate from the triggers to the face buttons to mimic how Underground 2's control scheme was on PlayStation 2. At no point did I ever feel like the car was out of control. It's got the right amount of weight to not handle like an F1 car, but it also allows for blazing through fast corners and shortcuts. Smashing objects don't scrub you of all your speed, but they also don't allow you to plow through a bus station at 130 miles an hour and not be punished. The same story goes for wall hits. Unlike Porsche Unleashed on the GBA, walls and barriers aren't things you can smash into and retain speed in this game. You will be punished, but not enough to count you out of the race. In fact, this clip right here is a perfect example. You can see I was down in third for a majority of the running after hitting a wall, bumping into the AI, and smashing a few parking barricades. However, I was still able to pull out the win in the end. Graphics cater to those looking for an authentic experience, as well as a modernized version of a classic racing game. In fact, the settings include an option literally called Authentic, which is enabled for the part of the video you're currently watching. As a comparison, here's a clip of the game with the Enhanced option turned on, so whether you're looking for vibes or for quality, there's a setting for everybody. Of course, these are just presets, you still have full control over everything graphics-wise. But one of my favorite things about this game is the weather. We all remember how the conditions in the old games would go from clear to rainy at the tip of a hat. Well, the same thing happens in this game, but to a whole new level of immersion. We all know those annoying wireless EAS alerts we get on our cell phones, right? Well, Heatwarped decided to put them in the game. Yes, I'm not even joking. When the in-game weather is about to switch to rain, your cell phone will receive an alert warning you of deteriorating road conditions. Combine this with your car using its turn signals when you have a route set on the GPS. I have never seen any racing game go to this length before when it came to the fine details. The only one that rivals it in my opinion is Test Drive Unlimited. When it comes to race types, you've got the mainstays of their time: sprint, circuit, drift, and time trial. Drift is my absolute favorite. At no point in any drift event I played in this game did I feel like I was fighting the car. Every turn it would just slide through like butter. This game includes the bonus zones indicated by the yellow areas near each wall. So combine that with said buttery smooth handling and you can rack up an insane amount of points in your runs. I believe I had close to, if not, a 10 times multiplier in this clip, so if I can do it, you can too. Time trials are a boatload of fun, as are sprints and circuits. The AI don't rubber band like they did back in the day, but they also don't stick to the speed limit. They will keep up with you and keep you on your toes, and that's absolutely welcomed. I miss the days where the smallest mistakes would cost me, and it feels like the developers missed it just as much, because the AI definitely know how to drive in this game. And of course, with a map this big, even in its demo state, you have full free mobility. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's a brief look at Heatwarped, a game which does everything that AAA racing games don't. I'm so excited to see what's next for this game, and if you want to experience a taste of what's to come, you can download the demo on Steam. I've linked the store page in the description as well as the pinned comment. Don't forget to add it to your wish list as well. With that, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in whatever video I upload next. Take care.